Some defeats, they just feel different. They almost feel like victories. Today, we're talking about one of those days, an FA Cup semifinal at Wembley, a real David versus Goliath story. But this isn't just about what happened on the grass. It's about what happened in the stands. We're going to look at two sides of one absolutely unforgettable day. So our first story really starts right here, on the iconic Wembley Way. For tens of thousands of Southampton fans, this was way more than just a walk to a stadium. It was a pilgrimage. It's this physical wave of hope, a sea of red and white just rolling towards a dream. And this is what it was all about. A spot in the FA Cup final. The team standing in the way? Oh, just Manchester City, maybe the best team on the entire planet. So let's break this day down from two completely different angles. The tactical chess match played on the field and the raw emotional journey of being in the stands. Okay, so let's get into that first perspective. Let's see this whole thing through the eyes of Southampton's head coach, Tanda Eckert. For him, this wasn't just a game of football. No, it was a high-stakes test of strategy, of planning, and of pure courage. Eckert has massive respect for his opponent, Pep Guardiola. He calls any game against his teams a chess match, and that gives you a window into his mindset. Here's the key thing. Even if you lose, there's so much to learn. It's a chance to measure yourself against the absolute best. I mean, look, on paper, let's be honest, the gap between these two clubs is, well, it's huge. But this was Eckert's main point. Out there on the pitch, his team made that gap feel so much smaller. They didn't just turn up. They went toe-to-toe and made the Giants from Manchester City fight for every single blade of grass. So how'd they do it? Well, this was the game plan. Eckert demanded almost perfect defensive shape, sure, but he also demanded unbelievable bravery. He wanted them to play their style, passing out from the back, even with City breathing down their necks. He was crystal clear. We are not tourists here just for the day out. We have a plan to win. And his only real frustration? Two tiny half-second mistakes, which, of course, is all a team like City needs to punish you. So at the end of the day, despite the result, this was the manager's main feeling, just immense pride in his players. Pride in their bravery for sticking to the game plan against one of the scariest teams in the world. And remember that word, bravery. It's going to come up again. All right, deep breath. We're switching gears completely. We're leaving the manager's tactical board, and we're diving headfirst into the stands, into that raw, heart-in-your-throat chaos of what it's like to be a fan at Wembley. For the thousands who made this trip, this sign was everything. The moment you enter the red zone, you're not just you anymore. You're part of something way, way bigger. The air is just crackling with this energy, this feeling that you're all in it together. And then the noise hits you. They call it a wall of sound, and that is not an exaggeration. When tens of thousands of people start singing When the Saints Go Marching In, it's not just a song you hear. It's something you feel. The ground is literally vibrating under your feet. It's one of those moments that sends shivers down your spine. And in the middle of all that noise, you get this massive emotional whiplash. First, a goal goes in. The place just erupts. And then you see it. The offside flag. Everyone comes crushing back down to earth. But that moment, it proved something. It proved City could be got at. So when the real goal went in later, oh man, it wasn't just joy. It was this pure, unfiltered belief that maybe, just maybe, the impossible was on. And that right there, that's where our two stories just clicked together perfectly. The fans in the stands weren't just hoping anymore. They could see what the manager was seeing. They were watching a team that was playing with that exact same bravery Eckert talked about. A team that truly believed it could beat the Giants. And let's be real, going up against a player like City's Jeremy Doku, the guy is a force of nature. It takes a superhuman effort. But the Southampton players matched City's talent with just pure heart. They left every single ounce of themselves out on that pitch. And the fans saw it, and they loved them for it. So let's bring it all together. Yeah, it was a loss on the scoreboard, but this one just felt different. It was one of those rare, incredible days in sports where the pride you feel in the performance completely washes away the sting of the result. And this is the moment where the two stories really become one, with the manager himself building the bridge. Eckert felt it all the way from the touchline. He called the atmosphere unbelievable. He knew that the bond between his brave players and those roaring fans had never, ever been stronger. For that moment, the pitch and the stands were one and the same. And that's why this day matters so much more than just one result. It felt like the mark of a special era being built. You saw a team with a clear identity, brave, relentless, hardworking. You saw a team that has rebuilt this powerful connection with its supporters. So this loss, it wasn't a bitter end. It felt like a building block, a launching pad for whatever comes next. Which kind of leaves you with this one last thought, doesn't it? In a sport that is so defined by wins and losses, by league tables and statistics, on a day like this, how on earth do you even begin to measure the value of pride?